was Moon River. I think MOVR is the next one up. Let me see. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me share this for you. Ooh. All right, now I'm just going to touch really quick on some of the charts here and what's been going on. We had that recent pullback of 20%. If you've been in the crypto markets, for a little while, then, 20% movement, it's nothing. You take that on the chin and keep moving. It doesn't hurt too bad, but it does hurt if, you don't get a chance to actually get into it, right? You see the prices drop and you feel as though, oh, I want to buy, but is it going to go lower? You get analysis paralysis, and you don't end up doing anything. And then, 2 or 3 weeks, the price is back up to where it just was. And now you're upset you missed it. So, I just want to say, take action where you can. And then maybe, some of the advice you get from us here, you can help out. Even though it's not financial, you can still take it with a grain of salt and make your own decisions. So I'm on Cardano, for Bitcoin here. All right, so this is Bitcoin on the daily chart. And I'm going to go ahead and hide these two. And we're just going to focus on this yellow line. I'm going to change the color, maybe to be a little bit easier for y'all to see. Dark orange. All right, so this dark orange line is Bitcoin's 20-week moving average. So we've been talking about, if you follow me on IG, I've been saying Bitcoin's going to have a pullback here. And most likely it's going to pull back and test the 20-week moving average. A few different reasons for that. Usually in September, it's a bearish month for, stocks and crypto in general. 4 out of the last 5 Septembers, Bitcoin has tested its 20-week moving average, whether it was from the upside or from the downside. If you look here and we take a quick measurement of how many days we had green candles in a row, right? So if we go over to here in 20-day period, we had 15 green days and 5 red. So that just lets you know right off the bat that, we're running a little hot, right? We're on a hot streak. 15, if you're at the roulette wheel and it keeps coming up, red, 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 or in this case, green, 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 you start expecting the other side to come down. Anything that goes up and moves that quick is eventually going to pull back. So that was the reasoning behind, saying that we're going to have a pullback, and most likely it was going to come to around the 42K area, which was the 20-week moving average. And then when we have our Fibonacci on right here as well, we can see that it comes right down to a fib level. So not only do we have support from the 20-week moving average, but we also have support from our fib level. So that gives us 2 areas of confidence that we can say that, okay, we think we should be able to hold that. Now, what's going to happen moving forward from this point is really going to tell the story of where we're headed. Right now, I think we'll continue to consolidate sideways and move down to about the 43K, 42K area. And as long as we can hold that to September 10th, as long as we can hold that through the end of September, so over the next 20 days or so, three weeks or so, and not go below. And when I say go below, I mean close a daily candle. As long as we don't close daily candles below this orange line, so below 42K, then we should be fine. And we'll consolidate. We'll hold this line. This is where you want to be getting your entries, right? So when we talk about entering some of your positions, if you're already not in a position, you don't want to buy it on this breakout as it's up here at the top. You want to wait until the pullback and the test of the moving average. So we broke out and we came down and tested it. This is where you want to buy and hold it, because now you're buying here at the moving average and you want it to consolidate here and then move back to the upside. And then, that's a perfect way to buy a dip. That's a good dip to buy. And you're not just buying, anything just because it went down a little. You actually have confluence in the reasoning. And again, the reasoning why is because you have your 20-week moving average as support, as well as the 0.38 Fibonacci level as support. Okay, now we know the market follows Bitcoin, right? So what Bitcoin does, for the most part, the market does as well. Unless lately you're a Solana project, you don't really care what's going on with the market. You're just running it up. But we'll move on to Ethereum really quick. Same thing here. 20-week moving average is set. Ethereum pulled back, just missed touching its 20-week moving average. This is the importance of having your limit order set, guys, because while you're sleeping, like I was sleeping, I had the limit order set for Bitcoin at 43K, came down, filled my order, and then by the time I woke up, it was already $3,000 back above that price. So, I would definitely start setting limit orders. That you can do that on Coinbase Pro, and you can also do that on Voyager. And, just reach out to one of us if you need a little bit of help with it, but it's fairly simple. So again, the market is going to follow Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin holds its 20-week moving average, that's good for all the altcoins. The altcoins will continue to run up as they have been, as long as Bitcoin holds that 20-week moving average. So that's our key level, just making sure Bitcoin stays above the 42, 43K area. For Ethereum, you want to try to get an entry down here again. If it does pull back, like I said, Bitcoin should consolidate to the downside, but as long as it holds at 42, So that's an indicator. If Bitcoin goes to 42K, start looking at some of the other projects you want to get into, and maybe you can dollar cost average while the price is at that level. Okay, what else we have here? Oh, I'm sorry. So for Ethereum, let's throw in a Fibonacci real quick from this top. We'll go down to this bottom. The next buy level, you can probably grab somewhere around $3,030. Try to grab some, start grabbing Ethereum all the way down to, if it does give 2,700, that would be an excellent buying price. I don't know if it'll give it though. For Cardano, we're looking for a pullback to the $1.80. With Cardano, I really like this project. The biggest reason why you see Cardano and Solana over the past month running up is because they're layer 1 smart contract platforms. So you're able to do more on these platforms, right? They have way less fees because they're proof of stake. So it's not the same as proof of work, their consensus protocol. Solana is a little bit more centralized, and Cardano would be considered a little bit more decentralized. That's a whole nother debate for another day. But again, the reason why you see these projects running up is because everyone is racing to have smart contracts. People are saying Ethereum is broken because up here you can see my gas. Ethereum's gas has been over, it's been over 100 for almost 2 weeks. So this is actually pretty low. And a few different times it's ran up to in the thousands. And we can discuss gas another time as well. But basically what we need is another type of platform where we can do similar things that we were doing on Ethereum, but for much cheaper. And that's what Solana provides. So again, look to get into a Cardano at a pullback around $1.80. I do think it'll be a sell the news type event because we already had this huge run up leading into smart contracts. But overall, leading through the end of the year, Cardano is still a good hold, in my opinion, going to, at least $4 or $5 and probably higher. Luna, another project you can build on. If you're not familiar with the Terra Luna project, then I highly suggest you just do some Googling about it. Check it out. You can stake some Terra Luna and really get a lot of different airdrops and rewards that are super beneficial. Let's go ahead and throw a Fibonacci really quick on the Luna here. And like, you don't own any Luna, a pullback entry 0.618 would be around $20. You can dollar cost average in under $20. Solana, big one. Solana has been just going absolutely insane. A huge run up. Again, what I already mentioned, they have smart contracts on their platform. It's very cheap to interact on their platform. A lot of people are giving it some gruff because it's not fully decentralized. They only have about 1,000 nodes. So you can have about 20 different validators come together and try to overthrow. So it's highly unlikely that'll happen, but it is something that you should know. Going forward, I think Solana will probably reach much higher than it is right now. Wait for a pullback to try to enter. Under $100 would be a great entry. But even, around 150, honestly, I would probably start buying, but that's because I use the Solana platform. So if you're using the Solana platform, you want to have some liquidity to buy NFTs and different things on the platform. Another smart contract platform we have here is Avax. Avax just came out with a really cool NFT project that lets the community get 10% royalties for the entire time you hold the project. And that's for every single sale that happens, which is pretty cool in itself. Just knowing that you can buy an Avax NFT and hold it for the long term and get, consistent little drops into your wallet from sales. So we just missed this pullback really close to the 0.618 level, about $28. That's where I would look to try to buy into it. If you can get a full pullback to the 20-week moving average, $22, then that would be a great buy as well. So just look to dollar cost average into any of these positions. Again, guys, you need to do your own research. You don't want to just tap into somebody talking on a computer screen and say, oh, let me go buy that. Just Google these, and I do want to show you here. Last thing, this is the DeFi perpetual futures contract. So this is a DeFi index. And I'm sorry, let me remove this 20-week moving average. And what I wanted to show with this DeFi index is that we're having a golden cross event about to happen. It's actually like occurring almost right now. Again, we're on the daily chart. And basically, this is just bullish momentum saying that the DeFi index is going to continue to grow. And DeFi indexes of all the decentralized finance platforms that are running on these smart contract platforms. So all the coins we just went over with the exclusion of Bitcoin have smart contracts running on top of them. And Bitcoin, that's another story. So I wanted to show you Defi Llama. When we talk about these DeFi platforms and you're like, okay, DeFi index is going up, what is that? So when we come over here to Defi Llama, this shows the total value locked in DeFi, $149.12 billion. And right here, we have tabs of all these blockchains that we just went over. So remember, these are layer 1 blockchains where you can have different protocols built on top of them. So the most popular that has been the most popular for a very long time was Ethereum. But now people are finding out, just like what Winston said, the hard truths about gas fees, sometimes it can really mess you up with your game plan. So the reason why people like these other platforms like Solana, Polygon, Phantom, Terra, Cardano is because they're having smart contracts released on them where you can actually build on top of them with very minimal fees. So when it comes to Solana, you can see right here it has 10.27 billion total value locked in DeFi. And let me just tell you guys, this number has been increasing at a exponential rate, which you can see right here on the right-hand side of the chart. Just a few days ago, I've been watching this for probably 5, 7, 8 straight days, and it was at 3 billion, 4 billion, 5, 7, 8, 10. It's just picking up, and it's nonstop. So what do you want to do with this information? Well, these are the platforms right here, the DeFi platforms that are being built on top of Solana. So if Solana has already ran up too high for you, maybe you can get in on one of these protocols. I showed how to stake on Radium. Radium is a phenomenal platform. And we could talk about that. Just tap into the Telegram chat group. But I really like Radium out of all these platforms. There's a couple other ones I like. And you can come on the Defi Llama, go into the Solana link here, and then you can actually click on these. And when you click on them, they have the links to the platform here. And then you can click on that, and you can actually go through and try to use the protocol, see if it's something that you can use, see if it's something that you would be okay with, read up about it. And think about it. If you are entering the crypto space and it's easy enough for you, and you think that, I don't know anything about crypto, like I don't know anything. If you're able to use this platform, trust me, other people are going to come in and use it as well. And maybe that's a good indication that you get into a project early and you can invest in it. So that's what I got to say about that.